Hello friends, this is Subir Tung from Balesar, Odisha. I welcome all to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will discuss on relations in mathematics. Relations play an important role in mathematics because so many complicated results of higher mathematics are proved with the help of relations. Normally, in our day-to-day life, we come across several types of relations like father-son relation, mother-daughter relation, teacher-student relations, brother-sister relations, and so on. So, in mathematics, we will define the relation among the elements of sets. Here, in this lecture, I am confined with the relation among the elements of two sets only. To study relations in mathematics, we should have some elementary idea from set theory. Though I will not speak anything on set theory today, I will start my discussion from the Cartesian product of sets and then to relation, and I suggest to all to watch this video till end, and I am hopeful that you all will have some basic idea about relations in mathematics after completion of this video. Okay, let's start. Cartesian product of sets. Let A and B be two non-empty sets. The Cartesian product of A and B denoted by A cross B is the set defined by the collection of all order pairs A comma B such that A is coming from capital A and B is coming from capital B. A cross B is the set of all possible order pairs A comma B, the first component being an element of A and the second component being an element of B. Here in this order pair A comma B, A is called the first component of the order pair and B is called the second component of the order pair. In the same way, we can speak A cross B is the collection of order pairs A comma B such that every element of A makes pair with all element of B. Every element of A makes pair with all element of B. Note 1, A cross B is not equal to B cross A in general, and A cross B equal to B cross A if A equal to B. Note 2, true order pairs are equal if and only if the corresponding components are equal. That means if A comma B equal to C comma D, then A equal to C and B equal to D, and if A equal to C and B equal to D, then we can say AB equal to CD. You can say the order pair AB equal to order pair CD. So we'll move to one example. Let set A consisting of 3 elements 1, 2, 3 and set B consisting of 2 elements A comma B. So this is my set A, this is my set B. So I will see here 1 makes 2 pair, that is 1A and 1B. So therefore in A cross B 1A and 1B there. 2 makes 2 pair, 2A and 2B. 3 makes 2 pair, 3A and 3B. So I am collecting all the pairs and I am writing inside a curly bracket, and that will be my A cross B. So this is A cross B. Every element of A makes pair with every element of B. We will move to one more example. Let A equal to closed unit interval 0, 1. This is defined by the set of all real numbers x such that x is lying between 0 and 1. Both 0 and 1 are included. Set B equal to closed interval 1, 2 defined by the set of all real numbers x such that x is lying between 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 both are included. Normally, in case of Cartesian product of two sets, the first component set is represented on x-axis and the second component set is represented on y-axis. So, therefore, I have taken A on x-axis and B on y-axis. So, I would like to find what is A cross B. I have told you earlier from the definition of A cross B, every element of A makes pair with all elements of B. So, you know, there A has infinite number of elements or numbers, B has infinite number of numbers or real numbers, you can say. So there is a infinite number of order pairs. So just I would like to speak one thing here. For each element, suppose I will pick 0.5 here because this is from 0 to 1, right? So out of that I can pick suppose 0.5. So 0.5 makes pair with every element of 1 to 2. I mean all the elements including 1 and 2 and the elements lying between 1 and 2. So there is infinite number of elements. So normally that order pairs represents points on two dimensions. So this square is the A cross B. This square is the A cross B. So therefore I have written A cross B equal to the set of all order pairs x comma y such that x belongs to A and y belongs to B. So I would like to generalize the Cartesian product of finite number of non-empty sets. So let A1, A2, A3 up to An be a finite collection of non-empty sets. The Cartesian product of the collection denoted by A1 cross A2 cross A3 up to cross An is the set defined by the collection of all n tuples A1, A2, A3 up to An such that Ai is coming from capital Ai and I is running from 1 to 3 up to n. In particular, if A1 equal to A2 equal to A3 up to equal to n equal to A, I mean same sets, if n sets are equal, that is A, then the Cartesian product of the collection denoted by An is the set of all order n tuples A1, I mean n tuples A1, A2 up to An, and Ai belongs to capital A, I is running from 1 to n. Note, by convention, the product A1 cross A2 cross up to cross An equal to phi if and only if at least one of the component sets A1, A2 up to An is empty set phi. I would like to recall something about power set. Let A be any set. The power set of A denoted by P of A is the set defined by the collection of all set such that this set, the collection of all set S such that this set S is a subset of A. That means P of A is the set of all possible subsets of A. So I would like to consider here one small example. Let A equal to A comma B, only two elements is there, small a and small b. So I would like to mention one thing that phi is I mean empty set is a subset of every set and a set is a subset of itself. So therefore in a power set there will be phi and the set itself. Okay. If the set is phi, then power set contains only one element, that is phi. So here you see, so for this set I will have phi is a subset of A and A is also a subset of A. So there is two elements is left. So I can find singleton set A and singleton set B. So therefore I got four subsets of A: phi, singleton set A and singleton set B and A itself. So in my P of A I got four elements: phi, singleton set A, singleton set B and the set A itself. So note that if A is a finite set consisting of n different elements, n is finite, then the cardinality of power set of A equal to 2 to the power n. Please remember and take this exercise, and this is very very important. Note, let A and B be two non-empty sets with cardinality of A equal to m less than infinitive and cardinality of B equal to n less than infinitive. Then bit 1, the cardinality of A cross B equal to cardinality of A into cardinality of B equal to mn, and bit 2, the cardinality of power set of A cross B equal to 2 to the power A into 2 to the power cardinality of A into cardinality of B, which is equal to 2 to the power mn. So these are the basics on Cartesian product of sets. So now I would like to define relations in mathematics. So from the beginning I have told you that I will be confined here only the relations among two sets only. So definition, let A and B be two non-empty sets. We say F is a binary relation from A to B if F is a subset of A cross B. That is, F is a subset of A cross B here. Here I have taken small f. You may take any symbol you want, because after relation I would like to introduce you function. So in function I normally use f for the symbol of function. So I have taken here f as a relation because every function is a relation. So a function is a special kind of relation. So I will discuss about function in the video that I will prepare for function only. So relation I will take f only here. So note, usually we will say relation instead of binary relation, because I have told you we are discussing the relation among the elements of two sets only. Why we called the relation binary? Now because we are defining the relation between the elements of two sets, so that the relation is called binary relation. Since I will not discuss the relation among the elements of more than two sets, so therefore I will speak the relation, simply relation, instead of speaking binary relations. Okay, if A equal to B, then F is called a relation on A. So one more thing, if x comma y belongs to F, the elements of F will be in the form of x comma y, because F is a subset of A cross B. So therefore I have taken x comma y belongs to F. Yes. So if x comma y belongs to F, we can often write this as x f y and say that x is related to y through the relation f. Remark, since phi is a subset of every set, I have told you earlier, so phi is a subset of A cross B, so phi is called a relation from A to B. And again I have told you every set is a subset of itself. So therefore since A cross B is a subset of A cross B, so A cross B is also a relation from A to B. So I would like to discuss one example here. Let A is a set consisting of 3 elements 1, 2, 3. B is another set consisting of 2 elements A comma B. This is easy to see that I have taken F1 equal to order pair 1A, order pair 3A, order pair 2B. This is a relation from A to B, because you can easily verify that this F1 is a subset of A cross B. How can you test this F1 is a subset of A cross B? You have to first compute A cross B, and you have to check whether every element of F1 is an element of A cross B or not. If you are able to find at least one element of F1 which is not an element of A cross B, then you can say that that cannot be a relation. But here we can easily prove that F1 is a subset of A cross B, since every element of F1 is an element of A cross B. So therefore F1 is a relation from A to B. Please remember one thing, and this is very very important, and please remember, for every order pair x comma y, belongs to F, definitely F is a subset of A cross B. Y is called an image of X. If you see, Y is called an X comma Y is there. This Y is called image of X, and this X is called the pre-image of Y. This is very, very important, and it will be helpful for us, and I will discuss on that in details on the video lecture of function. One more example I would like to discuss here. Let A is a set consisting of the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and R be a relation on A, because I am defining a relation from A to A, or you can say relation on A defined by the order pair X comma Y such that X divides Y. So my question is what? Find R. What is the relation I have to find? Given that A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This is also given that R is a relation on A defined by the order pair X comma Y such that X divides Y. So first of all, we know that a relation is a subset of A cross B. So instead of A B here A and B both are equal, that is A. So I have to find what is A cross A. So I have found here A cross A here. I have found 1 1 1 2 up to 6 6. You can easily find this one. Okay. None. R is a subset of A cross B with the property that R will be a collection of X comma Y such that X divides Y. I would like to recall something. X divides Y, that means Y equal to Kx for some integer K. Yes. So with this property, I will find the elements of R here. If you see 1 divides 1, right? So therefore 1 has to be inside R. 1 comma 2, 1 divides 2, because here what is happening, first component divides the second component. I will collect all the elements from from A cross A, and that will be the elements of R only when the first component divides the second component. So here 1 divides 1, so that has to be this in R. 1 divides 2, it has to be in R. 1 divides 3, so therefore that has to be in R. 1 divides 4, 1 divides 6, so that has to be here only, but 2 doesn't divides 1, therefore 2 comma 1 is not here. Similarly verify for each bits here, for each coordinate you please verify, and finally 6 divides 6, so therefore as R, therefore in R there is 6 comma 6. And I have also here drawn some arrow diagram. One is here, you have seen here, one related to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So therefore I have drawn the arrow diagram. I have represented here the relation in the terms of diagram, that is 1 related to 1, 1 related to 1, related to 3, 1 related to 4, 5, and so on up to 6 related to 6. Thank you for watching this video till end. Thank you.